folks. Today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Dark Knight Movie Masters Scarecrow action figure set by Mattel. This set was first available around 2008, I believe, based on the S08 at the bottom of the packaging there. And I seriously cannot remember where or when I bought this set. My aging memory is failing me. And if I were to guess, probably Toys R Us, or maybe a closeout store, or possibly online. I just cannot remember, and because I can't remember, I can't remember how much I paid for it. But anyways, taking a look at the packaging and the figure in it, we have here the nice bursting logo of the Batman there. Really nice 3D-ish type of effect there on the plastic packaging, with a Dark Knight logo below the Bat symbol there. And below that we have the Scarecrow figure itself. And as typical with most of the Dark Knight Movie Masters, it does come with a few accessories here, an evidence bag, as well as the Scarecrow's mask on there. So kind of neat. Here we have the back of the packaging with a nice picture of the figure there. And here we have a description, more of the Movie Masters line than anything else. And down below that we have other figures that came out around the time of this Scarecrow figure. We have Batman Begins figures of both, I guess, the hallucinatory demon Batman, I guess, and the regular Batman here. And this demon Batman is a chase figure. Now we'll be right back and have Scarecrow here out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Scarecrow out of the package, and I really like this figure set. I'm just kind of bummed that it took the release of the Dark Knight Rises figures for me to motivate myself to getting this guy out of the package. And I just really missed out on a lot of the neat things about this figure. Now there is some issues with the figure, primarily with the articulation, and it's kind of understandable due to the nature of the figure. And but despite the limitations, I really like the figure, and it's primarily in the details. And this figure set comes with two accessories, and let's go ahead and take a look at those. First up, we have here the evidence bag, which was common in most of the Batman or Dark Knight Movie Masters figure sets. And it's basically just a Ziploc bag with an evidence sticker here. Now it's supposed to be used for the other accessory here, and you're supposed to place it into the bag as sort of like a role play type thing. And nothing too fancy schmancy about the bag other than the sticker itself. You can actually write your name on there and date it yourself to, I guess, roleplay a Gotham City authority. It's on there, or police department there. So, but that's the evidence bag there. Now, what you can put in that evidence bag is this here, and this comes with the Scarecrow figure. It's basically a miniaturized version of the burlap-like sack that the Dr. Jonathan Crane puts over his head to portray himself as the Scarecrow. And it's okay. I was never a fan of these roleplay type accessories, or miniaturized accessories, and this one is just alright. It's basically just a sack with some cloth rope or tie around the bottom of it. It's got some stitching to represent the mouth, and a bunch of holes here to represent the eyelets for the mask there. And it's just pretty basic, I guess pretty much like Dr. Crane's mask there. And it's got nice that cloth-like texture on there. So, but that's the mask there. Now, taking a look at the Scarecrow figure, and as I mentioned, I'm just kind of disappointed that I did not get around to getting this figure out of the package until now. because this is a really nicely detailed figure. That's one thing about the Movie Masters line, is just they go into a lot of detail. And you can see right away the Scarecrow here. He is wearing this straight jacket, and I believe this Scarecrow is from Batman Begins. Even though this is a Dark Knight Movie Masters, they did have some Batman Begins figures in that line. And for this one, I believe is from Batman Begins. I think the only time he ever wore this outfit was during the riot scene in the section of the city, and this is when he was riding the police horse that he had acquired. And I don't think he wore it anywhere else on there, but it's a very nicely detailed figure. Really like it. And going over the head sculpt, and it's very neat. You got that sack that he wears on there, and it's not as detailed on the texture as I like here with the sack here. It's you can see it's solid here. There's no detail there, but the detail on the stitching is very nicely done. I really like it. And you got some stitching to represent the mouth area there. And what's cool also is the level of detail on the eyes beneath the mask. It's not simply painted on, it's actually part of the sculpt underneath. And it does add a layer on there, you could say, a 3D-ish type layer. And because you can see it's beneath the sculpt of the eyelets there. And that's very, very cool. And it's also, the eyes are painted very nice. Like I said, it's part of the sculpt. There is no sack going over the head. You can see underneath the neck there. It's just a piece of plastic there, but it is sculpted very nice on there. And it's very, very cool. And you can see the stitching on there. Very cool. And also on the back of the head. Get that into focus. You can see Dr. Crane's hair underneath, coming out from underneath the back of the mask. Very nice. I really like it. And also you have the string or rope to tighten the mask there around the neck. Would have been nice if that was just a little bit of a darker shade or a lighter shade, just to have it stand out from the mask itself. But still, overall, a very nicely done sculpt in the head there. Very, very cool. Looking down at the rest of the figure, you can see the straight jacket here, and this is also sculpted very nicely and painted very nicely. But just looking overall, you can see all the details of the straight jacket here. You can see some of the sculpted buckles and straps there on the arm. Very nicely done. And also on the torso area there, you got some more on the other arm. You have the overall length going past the hands here. Supposed to wrap around so you could secure it on the back here to basically straighten the figure, or the person who wears a straight jacket there. You can see more details on the back there, some more buckles, and just really nice. And you can also see the folds in the cloth on there. It's very, very nicely done. And also some painted detail right here, some darkening over here. Basically like a slight wash going into the recesses of the cloth there. The lights are kind of washing out the detail, so which is unfortunate, but there is a darker shade in the recesses of the straitjacket here, and also a dry brushing on the tops of the texture of the straitjacket. It's very nicely done, very, very cool. And you can see it's split down here on the front and near the torso area, as well as in the back area there. And underneath the straitjacket, you can see the actual figure itself. This is basically the same mold used for the suited figures, such as the Gotham City Thugs and Two-Face, or Lieutenant Gordon, whoever basically is wearing a suit. It uses the same mold underneath. No jacket, of course, because you have the straitjacket, but you can see the shirted detail on there. So, which is alright. I don't mind really, because the highlight of the figure is this straitjacket, and it's just very, very nice, very well done. And the material used is a rubberized type plastic. You can see it's a bit pliable, and except for here, I wish it was pliable here, but this is made. It is a little bit, but it's made of a little bit sterner plastic, which basically makes it very, very rigid. So when you have the arms up in the air, it just looks a little unnatural because of the stiffness of that. But it does limit the posability if you have the arms up like that. So most of the times you'll have it in a downward position there. Going over the articulation of Scarecrow here. The head is on a ball joint, so the head can go all the way around and can go up and down quite well, as well as tilt from side to side. So you can get a lot of emotive poses with just the head, even though you don't have the face here. It's just basically a blank mask. But with the variety of poses on the head, you can get a lot of different emotive poses there, so it's kind of neat. The arms do go all the way around at the shoulder, and they do go out about that high and in. No swivel on the bicep area. That would have been nice to have, but I think they elected not to do that so they don't break up the articulation or the sculpt on there with articulation. The elbows do bend in and out, and the hands do go around. I'm not sure if it does go all the way around. I'm guessing it will, but because this piece of cloth of the straitjacket is it does restrict your access to the hand, and I'm sure you can get it all the way around, but you really have to work with doing that on there. There is torso articulation for this figure. It allows the figure to bend downwards, up, and extremely far back, almost doing like a limbo type thing. So that's kind of nice there. There is waist articulation, allows the figure to go all the way around at the waist. And the legs are joined at the hip with a hinged swivel joint, so it allows the leg to go up that far, down, back a little bit, and out to the side. And even with the straitjacket here, you can get it out to the side, although it does, the straitjacket does tend to push the leg a bit down on there. There is a swivel articulation at the thigh, just above the knee, and the knees do bend on here. And the feet are in a simple hinge joint, allows the feet to go up and down slightly, but due to the cuff of the pants, it kind of restricts the movement of that. Overall, I think it's a great figure, especially in the details, and it's just a really nicely sculpted figure. Limited on the articulation due to the sculpt and the restriction of the straitjacket here, but still, I think it's a really nice figure, worth getting, especially if you're into the movie Bat Rogues, and it's just a really nice member of the Rogues to have here. Just really cool detail. This is my casual peek into the Dark Knight Movie Masters Scarecrow action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.